Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Abbywankanobi and today we are building the house for the Rose Gen of the Not So Berry Challenge. If you guys have never heard of the Not So Berry Challenge, it is a legacy challenge that Little Simsy created based off of the Berry Challenge. I have provided the link down in the description if you guys want to look into it a little bit more. But on my Twitch stream, we are currently working on Generation 2, which is the Rose Generation. I have been live streaming this and I decided I may as well record the build for the house I wanted to create for this sim and post it on my YouTube channel as my first video. So a little information about the Rose Generation. The sim has to have the traits hot-headed, snob, and romantic. They have to complete the serial romantic aspiration. And they have to complete the politician career and the charisma skill. So this means leveling up everything that has to do with the politician career and the charisma skill. Also, I'm really excited about this. We are going to be leaving someone at the altar. I'm really excited. I think we're going to be doing this in one of my streams coming up. So if you guys want to check that out or be there for that stream, my Twitch channel is in my bio. I will also put the link of it into the description of this video. And then the last part of the challenge is I have to get married for the first time as an elder. So this sim, I like to describe this generation as the scandalous politician generation. So as far as the build goes, I wanted to go with a romantic suburban house. Just because the romance was in the air in this generation and I wanted something cute. So I looked on Pinterest, I got some ideas, and then I just went to this lot in Delsville Valley and just started building. Anyways, a little bit about me. My name is Abby. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I tend to stream a lot of Sims 4, and I am just now starting my content creation here on YouTube. As far as content you can expect from me, I will likely be doing a variety of content until I officially decide what I like to record most. And you'll probably see a lot of Sims content. I will likely be doing a lot of Sims for speed builds and possibly doing the 100 baby challenge on here. I have not decided officially yet what I want to do. I'm also interested in reviewing some mod packs. So if you guys have some mod packs you would like me to see me review, please put them in the comments down below and I will definitely check them out for the next video possibly. So as you can see, I ended up adding in a fireplace to this house. It's like a mock fireplace. It's not going to be like actually real, but I do put like one of the game's fireplaces next to where it's supposed to be. I really like the red brick and I thought it worked perfect with the Rose Gen since we're working with red colors. And I ended up taking the brick with the white siding around the bottom. Right here, I tried to put a red trim around the roof and it just didn't work right. So I ended up sticking with the white up here. I then started putting this pebble path down. I really like this. It's really whimsical and kind of romantic. So I ended up putting that down. And also these bushes from Island Living are so pretty. I love the flowers on them. And I thought that they just really complemented the build really well. As we move on, you see I kind of try to start lining up bushes along the edge. I didn't like how these ones looked with the build, so I ended up deleting that idea and moving on. The reason I was trying to go with that feel with the bushes is because my grandma's house has about the same type of a pathway with the bushes going up, and I always loved it as a kid. I thought it was so romantic and so beautiful looking, and I really wanted to do that with this build, which I will do here in a little bit. And it looks really great. In the backyard, I really like this white fence. I wanted a fenced-in backyard. I almost never put fences down in The Sims. I don't know why. I am trying to get a little bit more used to it. I'm more comfortable with them in my builds. It's just that I always feel like I'm just putting down a big box, and I know that it doesn't have to be that way. So I did find these red bushes with those red flowers on there. I thought they were really pretty. They looked like really small roses. And I thought that they would look really cute for the entrance. So I ended up deleting one of them to add in a path. And unfortunately, the fence didn't work there. And I was really sad about that. But it looks so good in the end. And I'm so glad with how it turned out. Now we're moving inside. And the first thing I placed down was the fireplace to make sure that I was being cohesive with the build and knowing exactly where the fireplace was so that I would be prepared for that in the future. I set down the staircase because I wanted to make sure I put it in the spot it needs to be in so that the upstairs worked really good. So I don't know about you guys, but I always start with kitchens in my builds. To me, the kitchen is the heart of the home, and it always just has such a positive vibe for me in a house. So I ended up using these cabinets from base game that I had no idea existed. Well, I knew they existed. I just didn't know that it had a red color to them. I guess maybe I just don't look at enough builds in The Sims. I also don't really play with base game content very often. I do use a lot of it, but for a long time, all I had was base game. So I ended up, using the content that I bought a little bit more. I don't own every single Sims pack, but I own a lot of them. So if you guys need to know what's in this, it's in my gallery. You guys can look at what packs I used. And yeah. I really liked the love letters. I was thinking with the Sim that she probably got a bunch of she had Valentines with multiple people. And so she probably got 3 Valentine's cards. I want to imagine there's more, but not everyone gives Valentine's cards to their significant others. And it's not always a popular thing that gets done. So anyways, guys, I ended up adding a few items into the kitchen and keeping it very simplistic. I really liked having the little menu right there and the pots and plants that hang off the edge. Also, I just put a little potted plant and a pot over in the corner. I thought it looked really cute, and some tea bags next to a coffee pot because, of course, as a politician, you need to have all of the coffee so you have all of the energy. As far as the dining room goes, I didn't add a dining room into this build, and if you guys want to add a dining room, you are more than welcome, but I thought the breakfast nook was enough, especially since there's only going to be 2 Sims living in this house until my Sim becomes an elder. So I really liked how it was in this moment. And yeah. So I ended up moving on into the living room, and I didn't really want to use a red wallpaper, and this specific wallpaper from the Paranormal Stuff Pack is one of my favorite wallpapers in this game. I really like the white tones with the flowers, and I thought it would be really cute for this build. A lot of the red tone wallpapers were a little harsh, and I really wanted it to be a soft romantic vibe on the inside. So with the fireplace here, I really wanted to put the TV on top of it. I was having a little bit of issues though, so I ended up removing the wall that led to the fireplace and then just letting the TV float from there using my 9 and 0 keys to where it was perfect on top of the fireplace. Up next, I put down a couch. I played with a few couches and a few chairs. I really wanted to make sure I had some red accent in the room. So that the room wasn't completely white. And from the kitchen, I wanted it to blend really nicely. I ended up going with a couch from the Dream Home Decorator pack, which if you guys do not have this pack, I strongly recommend it. It is one of my favorite packs in the game. I love all the furniture items. I love the gameplay aspect of being able to go into build mode and decorate somebody else's house under their conditions. And it just really tied together into this build really nice. And this couch is really cool because you can make it as big or as small as you'd like it. And I love the lounger. It looks super cute with this build. I ended up also putting a carpet from that build as well. And then that centerpiece from the Paranormal Stuff Pack is one of my favorite. It has a cute little plant on it and some candles. And it just ties together so nicely in a lot of the spaces that I build. Anyways, guys, we are moving on to some of the paintings. Paintings were really hard with this build. I wanted to make sure that I had paintings that tied in colors, as well as paintings that would kind of separate from the color of red, so that there wasn't an overwhelming amount of red in the house, because it's only supposed to be a favorite color of the Sims, and it's not supposed to be all red like the berry challenge. So I ended up adding those cute little pots. I like resizing everything. So like making the size of that one pot smaller compared to the other like makes it like appear to be like a smaller plant. Also, I don't really build with these closets from get together very often, so I took the chance with this master bedroom because there really wasn't a lot of room to add in a walk-in closet with this room. So I ended up putting in the closet from get together, which I think are really cool because these are like real life closets that you would see in a lot of people's houses. I also really like this 4-post bed. I thought it was really romantic, and I really liked the curtains on this bed. They were like a red fading tone, and I thought they just worked really perfectly with this bedroom, and I just really loved it. I decorated the room very modestly. She's not going to spend a lot of time in here. And I ended up spending a little bit more time in her office because she is a politician and is probably going to spend a lot more time up there. As far as the bathroom went, I had a really small space to build with. But I ended up making it work in the end. I really like these compact showers, and the showers from the Get Famous pack was really pretty, and I just had to have it in that space. Also, I tend to use the same curtains around the whole build just because this is like the only red curtain that really made sense with the rest of the build. So you'll see that quite often. I also replaced the windows here because I didn't want to like overbear with the opened windows with the shutters. I did not know how to speak right there. I am so sorry. So this bathroom is just really cozy. I love the tiny home decoration thing that can go above your toilet with the plant and some towels on it. It's just so cute. Sometimes I use it in the kitchens, but oftentimes I do end up using it in the bathroom. So now we're moving upstairs. I kind of scaped out like the layout I wanted for upstairs. I really only wanted to have 2 bedrooms because it's not going to be a large family home, because this home is going to be very small, and like I said, only a child and a mom until the mom's an elder when she finally gets married. As you guys can see, I did decorate one of the rooms yellow. This is going to be the next generation's room. The next generation is the yellow gen, and I was super excited because there's a lot of kids' items in the color yellow, and it's just such a bright, happy color, and it gets me really excited for the next generation of this legacy challenge. So in this legacy challenge, we can only have 1 kid. That is why we only have 1 bassinet in there. I was a little worried because the last gen, my sim had twins, and I was worried that might cross over, but luckily we only had 1 baby. If you guys want to see anything, I do have my VODs posted on my Twitch channel, and you guys can go check that out. I will likely start transferring some of the VODs over here so you guys can watch them on my YouTube channel. You don't have to make the switch over, just in case you don't have Twitch. I also really liked that light that I just put down in the yellow gen's room. It was so cute, and I had to put it in there, and it just brought like a really like yellow bright vibe into the room. This room is going to be the spare bedroom. I was thinking that this could be where her lovers stayed the night or something, where she didn't want them to stay in her bed. And I don't know. I just had a lot of fun with that idea. As you can see, I did start placing the potted flowers outside. I found them and I was like, oh, I got to do this. I got to add this really fast. And so I just started adding them outside, and I add a little bit more later. With this room, I really just wanted it to be really like modestly decorated. It has a plant in there. I really liked how that painting looked, but smaller, because that's a really large painting for some reason. I also had some shirts and some perfume bottles, and I thought it just looked really like cute and comfortable, like a guest bedroom would. Then in the hallway up there, I just copied the wallpaper from the living room. I like it when it's cohesive. And then in here, I really tried to make this like work. I feel like I need to add like the tool mod, so that I can have the curtain act like a shower curtain. So I scrapped that idea, and I ended up going with a different, bathtub, and I put in a toilet and a sink. The reason I put a bathtub in this room is because toddlers need to have a bathtub and not a shower. And so I wanted to make sure that was upstairs next to the baby's room. I really like the idea of putting shelves instead of like pre-made shelves above the toilet, because then I can decorate with my own clutter. I ended up putting some candles, and a towel and some toothbrushes and a plant up there, and it looked really great, and I really loved how that bathroom turned out. I also put the robe on the back of the door, just like I did downstairs. Of course, another red robe. Now, this is going to be the office. I had no idea what to do with such a big room, and I was like, I can't make another master bedroom because there's not that many Sims that live here. So I ended up making this room into the office, which I thought worked perfectly because she's going to be a politician, and so she's going to want a large space. So with the desk, I really liked this cluttered desk. This is one of my favorite desks in the games. I wish we had a few more that were a little bit more like blank. A lot of the more expensive desks are very like teacher vibes, and I wasn't a huge fan of them. I ended up choosing this red chair. I wanted to accent the room with a chair somewhere. I like when there's extra seating spaces in an office. I wish I had them in my own office, but it just kind of gives that aspect that this room is meant for you to be able to relax in, but also get work done in. Also put the red light down again. That red light kind of became a theme in a couple of the rooms, and I was just obsessed with it. And then for whatever reason, in that one specific spot of the room, that painting would not clip anywhere else. If you guys can fix it in your own downloads, definitely let me know, because I could not get it to work for the life of me, and I tried so many times to get it to work. So I ended up just giving up and leaving it where it was. Over here, I ended up adding just a little drawer area, probably papers or files or stuff like that, or like extra office supplies in. And I just decorated the top of it with some plants and just clutter, like this tissue box. I was excited that there was a red tissue box. I was like, what the heck? This is amazing. Oh, I ended up not putting a plant there. That's okay. In the hallway, I just wanted to change up the lighting. I ended up just going for the larger saucer light because it just gave a more realistic aspect to the room. I ended up adding a lot more of these red potted plants outside and on the inside. I just love building with plants, guys. Plants just like make a room come to life, and I will like preach that every single time I build a Sims build. So downstairs, I ended up taking away that cabinet and I put a door in because I was like, oh, I really want to have like a porch out back so that, people can go outside and enjoy being outside. Honestly, I ended up putting a dining table out here since we didn't have one inside. I figured that since we didn't have one inside, it would encourage Sims to go eat outside. With my last build too, I forgot the dining table. It seems to be a common theme with me. I'm going to start trying to put like a reminder down. Do not forget the dining room, Abby. So I ended up putting the potted plants everywhere on the build. Unfortunately, like the window didn't really work downstairs where I wanted to put it. So I left it blank. I just was accepting it. Like you can't everywhere, unfortunately. And so I did put this awning down because I wanted to make sure the porch was covered. And then, with the dining table, I used one of the umbrella tables just in case, there was like sun or it was raining. Your Sims could still eat outside without getting their food soggy. I did a little garden area over in that corner right there. This brings me back to my childhood. My mom had a garden like this in the backyard, and I loved it growing up. Unfortunately, it's gone now, but I always think about that specific garden, and it just brings me back to remembering what having like a garden like that in the backyard was. So I wanted to make sure I included that in my build. I really liked this monkey bars, but unfortunately I did not keep it in the end. I ended up putting in a swing set just because the swing set just worked a little bit better with the outside feel, and I think that the swing set was red as well, and there wasn't a red monkey bar. I put some sand down so it felt like more like a kid area, and that kiddie pool was like perfect for this. And there's the swing set. I liked how it looked a little bit better, and of course I hope you guys peeped the little woohoo bush. I think that came from the university stuff pack. I ended up adding a bench to the front and of course the garbage can because your Sims will not throw things away if you don't have it. But this is the build. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to download it, you guys can look me up on the gallery. It is Abbywonkanobi. I will also put the gallery ID down in the description. I hope to see you guys again and thank you so much for watching my video.